Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today I have another player review for you guys, except today's player review is a lot different to the other ones in the sense that we're not reviewing one player, but two.
Yeah, boy.
As you guys would be well aware from the season objectives, there are two players that you can choose from, and I believe about level 14, Caceres and Tomiyasu, who, let me tell you, both Serie A centre-backs, and they both have insane looking cards. A lot more people are leaning towards Tomiyasu simply because he is much taller and he has got a 5-star weak foot, but that does not deny that Caceres has a phenomenal card as well. So in today's video, we're going to be comparing the two players. Very big thanks to Jay, who's kindly lended me his account so I could use Tomiyasu. I went and picked Caceres on my account. So yeah, I've gone and played about 5 games with each of them, and we're going to be doing a separate review, and I'm going to be telling you guys which one do I think, in my opinion, is more worth your time. So we're going to start off with Tomiyasu. He played 5 games for me, he got 0 goals and 0 assists. But you look at the basic framework with this card, and he looks absolutely phenomenal, guys. He's got 82 pace, he's got 84 defending, 86 physical, and his dribbling and passing just 82 and 76 respectively. It's outstanding on a centre back. He's coming in at a practically ideal height of 6'2". That's what you see most centre backs are around that 6'2", 6'3" height in this game. He's got 2-star skills, guys, but a 5-star weak foot and medium high work rates. So you look at that, guys. He's pretty much perfect. Let's get into the in-game stats with this Tomiyasu card. Now, just quickly gonna let you guys know, I tried this guy in 2 separate chemistry styles. I tried him on an anchor, and I tried him on a sentinel. I'll let you guys know which one I did prefer, which one I found was most effective when we get into the gameplay, guys. But does his amazing face card stats translate into the in-game stats? I would most definitely say yes, guys. 83 acceleration, 82 sprint speed. This guy is absolutely quick. He's very tall as well at 6'2". I mean, a player who's got that pace and that height just seems like an amazing combo. His passing, guys, is phenomenal. 76 passing overall, but 90 short passing and 86 long passing. They're probably the 2 most important passing stats in my opinion. The vision is pretty important as well, which is unfortunately only at 68, but the short passing, long passing is really good. And you guys need to know that in a centre back, this is in my opinion, but most people will agree with me, having that passing stat nowadays in FIFA is really, really important. That's why a lot of centre backs that I found personally, like Sol Campbell, who couldn't play from the back as well as somebody like Tomiyasu, in my opinion, aren't quite as good. But a lot of people will disagree with me right there. But the passing stat is very good, guys. Same with the dribbling. 84 agility, ball control at 87. Pretty much all around the back, guys. He's very good on the ball, which does help a lot, guys. Defending and physical, okay? His strength, he's got 91 strength. He's very, very strong, guys, okay? I will talk about it more, as I say, when I get into the gameplay. His defending, though, guys, he is good in many areas. 87 stand tackling, 86 slide tackling. Except, I will talk about it when we get into the gameplay once again, that I do think in some areas defensively, he does lack. Anyway, guys, brilliant looking card. Let's get into the gameplay. I'll discuss his pros and cons there, guys, and then we'll move on to Caceres, and then we'll get into the overall summary on both of these cards. So let's get into it. Here we go, into the gameplay and pros and cons with Takahiro Tomiyasu. What a name, guys. This guy got blessed with his name. Anyway, guys, okay, what were my first initial thoughts on this card? To get to like level 14 or whatever on objectives, seriously, guys, he's worth your time. I mean, I haven't talked about Caceres yet, guys, but seriously, you can play 2-3 hours of FIFA a week and easily manage to get this card. Seriously. And this card with those stats is definitely worth your time, guys. But anyway, what did he do well, guys? We'll discuss his pros first. First things first, straight off the bat, I'm going to talk about his pace, guys. He is absolutely quick. He is rapid. Seriously, you don't see many centre backs in the game with 80 plus pace. And Tomiyasu, 80 plus pace. That's end game stuff right there, guys. That is end game stuff. I'm going to talk about his distribution, his ability on the ball, guys. I did talk about it when we were in his in-game stats, guys. He passes the ball so well, guys, whether it be short pass, long pass. Tomiyasu is really reliable on the ball and making those runs forward as well, guys. Not that you necessarily need to on a centre back, but if you do need to, make a run in the midfield and then pass it into one of the attackers, Tomiyasu is more than capable because the agility helps him out as well, guys, with 84 agility. In many cases, I actually feel like I'm using an attacker, and I'm not even joking. He actually is very, very good on the ball, and that's what I really did enjoy with this card. Those were like the main pros with me, because that's what makes him stand out to many other centre backs. Many other centre backs can easily be amazing at defending, really strong, and in many instances have that pace. but not many centre-backs have the dribbling and passing ability like Tomiyasu does. That's why he stands out of the crowd, guys. But anyway, his strength was very good as well, guys. 91 strength, need I say more? It was really, really good. He was really strong on the ball. The 5-star weak foot, guys, again, do I need to say anything? Passing on either foot, he is absolutely brilliant, guys. And that's what made me so comfortable on the ball with Tomiyasu, is that the ball with his feet, I know he knows how to pass the ball, but let's say if he had a 2-star weak foot, I would have to make sure that I only passed it on his dominant foot. Either foot, guys, he seriously rarely loses the ball out of the back, guys. And for me, a Div 8 FIFA player, that is very rare. His last major pro for me, guys, had to be his height. As I was saying before with the card, 6'2" is pretty much the ideal height on a centre back in this game. Anything bigger than that, it is good, but a lot of the time they can feel really clunky on the ball and stuff. Tomiyasu has that balance between feeling agile and being big at the same time, which is really rare. Now, a couple of negatives with this card. Of course, the first one has to be the nation and the links that you can get with this guy. It is quite hard. You're going to have to link this guy with either icons like Nakata or even that Shoji or whatever he is, the centre-back from Liga 1. But it is hard to link this guy in your starting team, so most of you, I'm guessing, will probably use him as a sub, which he still will be very effective. His last negative for me, guys, is his interceptions. A bit of a weird one, I know, but it's so easy to look at this card, and since all of his defensive stats are above 80, it's easy to say that he's going to be a good defender. But compared to many other centre-backs, this guy is not as good defensively, which is why I would put the importance of putting the Sentinel chemistry style on this card, guys, to improve him defensively a lot more. Because when I did put the Anchor chemistry style on him, his interception only got boosted +5. 85 interceptions, still good. But with most centre-backs in this game, if you put a defensive chemistry style on them, you can pretty much boost them to the max. So that's why I would highlight putting Sentinel chemistry style on Tomiyasu. Still though, guys, his interceptions weren't amazing. His tackling in itself was a little bit inconsistent, but a decent defender. And as I said, guys, the thing that stands him out from the crowd is his ability on the ball, which is absolutely insane. Overall though, guys, Tomiyasu, really enjoyable card, really overpowered to use in this game. Let's get into Martin Caceres, let's talk about his card, and then we'll get into the final verdict at the end of the video. So the other option that you guys can take from the season objectives, which seems to be the less popular one, is Martin Caceres. Now, seriously, I went and picked this guy on my account. I played 4 games with him, 0 goals, 0 assists. Doesn't really matter because we're playing him as centre-back, guys. But seriously, again, a really good looking card, and the thing that stands this guy out from the crowd is that I don't think many people look at his in-game stats because they see that he's 5'11", guys. But Caceres has got an insane jumping stat of 99, which I will talk about a little bit later, guys. But just look at the basic framework of the card. Brilliant pace. Dribbling and passing look very decent. 85 defending, 1 more than Tomiyasu. Not really the be all and end all. Shooting doesn't matter, guys. And 80 physical, a little bit low on a centre back, but we'll have a look at his in-game stats when we do, guys. He's 5'11", so again, not the tallest centre backs. You do want at least 6 foot, 6'1", I would say at least. But as I said, guys, the insane jumping stat, which I will talk about very soon. Medium-high work rates, again, same as Tomiyasu. Ideal on a centre-back. The 3-star weak foot, the 3-star skill moves is good enough. So we look at the in-game stats on this Martin Caceres card, guys, and I used him on the Sentinel chemistry style, and we do get an insane boost on those defensive and physical stats, guys, which is really nice. But the pace straight off the back, guys, 80 acceleration, 84 sprint speed, you don't need to upgrade it, guys. Similar to Tomiyasu, you don't need to upgrade it. You can already catch up with pretty much any striker in this game. He feels very quick, and he turns very quickly as well because he's got 84 agility and 82 balance. Unlike Tomiyasu, he does have a little bit more balance with 82 compared to 75, which does help out a little bit more, but more so the agility is really important. This guy does not feel like a centre-back on the ball, which I will talk about a little bit more, of course, once I get into the gameplay. Similar to Tomiyasu, his short passing, long passing, absolutely phenomenal at 82 and 78 respectively. He can pass the ball, guys. And defending, although it does lack the one thing, it does lack a little bit in one thing that is better than Tomiyasu is that he does have 86 interceptions, of course, being boosted with the Sentinel chemistry style quite a bit. Stand tackling and slide tackling, a little bit low, guys. His heading accuracy, a little bit low. We get into his physicals, guys. The Sentinel chemistry style does boost it quite a bit. Stamina at 69. Haha, I wouldn't really worry, guys, because you're not going to be running up and down a field with Caceres if you're playing him at centre back. But guys, the 99 jumping, 5'11", with 99 jumping, he's going to feel like he's 6'2", 6'3", because he does win aerial balls, guys. He does win aerial balls. Let me tell you that, guys. Okay. The The strength at 81, again, is a little bit low, but the aggression being boosted with the Sentinel chemistry style quite a bit. This guy does feel much stronger than the strength stat actually says. But I will highlight putting a Sentinel chemistry style on this card, guys, is very important. Anyway, guys, let's get into the gameplay and discuss Martin Caceres' pros and cons right there. But first things first, what were my first initial thoughts on this card? Really overpowered center back in this game, really fun to use, seriously. Like, he doesn't necessarily fit the meta per se, and that's why a lot of people are overlooking him, because he's 5'11". But honestly, I enjoyed using him more than Tomiyasu, guys, which is a bold statement. But he had some outstanding moments in game, guys, and he really did feel good. But let's get in and just first things first, start off with his pros before we get into his negatives. So the first 3 pros for me on this Caceres card were the exact same as Tomiyasu. He's insanely quick, his passing is really, really good, and he's really good on the ball in terms of dribbling as well, guys. Seriously. That's what makes these two centre-backs stand out from the crowd so much. You do not need to put a pace chemistry style on this card, guys. You're better off boosting that defense and physical. He's already quick enough, guys. Similar to Tomiyasu, he can catch up to most attackers in this game, unless, of course, if they're a team of the year. You can't really do much about that. His passing, guys, although it isn't quite as high as Tomiyasu's is in the sense that his short passing is 82 and his long passing is 78, I seriously couldn't notice a difference between the two of them. They were both really good at making those passes. And I rarely noticed a mistake from Caceres playing out of the back. His dribbling, guys, he does not feel like a centre-back. He feels more like a winger. I'm not even joking. 84 agility and 82 balance. This guy, like, not that it necessarily matters, but I could get the ball with him and I could run the ball forward like I was like a Kante or something like that, because he just feels so immaculate on the ball. He moves past players really easily. He does not feel like a truck, and that's what, again, makes him stand out from the crowd. He's very unique in the sense that he has 84 agility and 82 balance, both in the dark greens. On a centre-back, it's crazy. His last 2 pros for me, guys, actually fall under the physical category. The first one, of course, being his jumping. 99 jumping, guys. As I said before, he does not feel like he's 5'11" when it's in the air. He feels more like he's 6'2", 6'3", even taller than that. Because 99 jumping, I noticed that he jumped over most centre-backs. He jumped over most strikers in this game, regardless of their height, regardless of their jumping. Caceres is more likely to come out on top. And his final pro for me, guys, has to be his aggression. His defensive ability wasn't necessarily insane, but I did find that it did feel much better simply because he did go into tackles with a lot of grunt. He does feel like a pit bull in this game, guys. 95 aggression with the Sentinel chemistry style. He goes into tackles hard, and he rarely comes out of it with a loss because he actually is quite strong compared to most attackers in this game. Unless if you come up against, let's say, a Diego Costa, he probably won't be able to outstrength someone like Diego Costa. But the aggression makes him feel a lot stronger because he goes into tackles really hard. Although with every good card in this game, there does come some negatives. And the negative for me kind of contradicts myself in the sense that I said he feels like a 6'2", 6'3" centre-back in this game with the jumping. His size, guys, okay, he's 5'11". It doesn't fit the medal. Although he is good in the air, guys, the thing is with 5'11" is that he's not a big centre-back. He doesn't cover as much space, and therefore it's easy for him. It's much harder for him to, let's say, make blocks in this game because he doesn't have the size behind him. Things like that, guys, small things in this game, the size is important. And honestly, I mean, this may seem really stupid in me saying this, but let's say if you come up against a Van Dijk in this game who's 6'4", and then you see Caceres at the back who's 5'11", it's not going to scare you. I don't know, I just find it scary when there's like a centre-back who's huge at the back and you just shit yourself. Caceres, he's not big. He does not look threatening. And I mean, at the same time, it translates in game in the sense that it is harder for him to get in the way of many shots, make those blocks. That unintentionally rhymed. Anyway, guys, let's get into the overall summary and my final verdict on these 2 season objective centre-back cards, guys. Martin Caceres and Takahiro Tomiyasu. Which one did I prefer? Which one do I think is more worth your time? Let's start off with Tomiyasu, guys, then we'll move on to Caceres. So let's get into it. First things first, I want to say between these 2 cards, regardless if you had to make a choice or not between the 2 of them, that would 100% be worth your time, guys. Both insane centre-backs, and even if you play part-time FIFA like I do, you don't play that much, it's worth your time, guys. It is worth your time to try and get these cards. Tomiyasu, though, guys, really, really outstanding centre-back in this game. As I said, the thing that stands him out from the crowd is that he is really good on the ball. And at the same time, he's 6'2" as well. He's got a 5-star weak foot. He is really, really good, guys. That's why I'm giving him a pretty good overall rating of an 8.7 out of 10. A value for time of a 9.5 out of 10. That should honestly be 10 out of 10. I'll probably change that. An enjoyment rating, guys, of an 8.2 out of 10. I did enjoy using Caceres more, but overall rating though, guys, I guess we'll have to wait and see which one I prefer. But seriously though, guys, really enjoyable card to use. Fits the meta in this game. He's got medium high work rate, 6'2", 5-star weak foot, insane. The one thing I would highlight though, as I said, similar to Caceres as well, you don't need to boost the pace. Just put a Sentinel Chemistry Style on this card, guys. I used an anchor on him. Trust me, he's way more effective with a Sentinel Chemistry Style because you do boost that defensive ability a little bit more, and he does make tackles a lot better in this game if you do put the Sentinel Chemistry Style on him. Alright, so you guys will know in a couple of seconds which centre back do I think is worth your time more. Drum roll, please. Let's get into the overall summary and rating with Martin Caceres. Here we go. So here we are into the overall summary and rating for this season objective Martin Caceres card, guys. And you are all probably looking at the overall rating right now. It's 0.2 less than Tomiyasu. Seriously, guys. As I said, this card really did surprise me. He was a really enjoyable centre-back card to use. I went into the games thinking that Tomiyasu would completely smash him out of the park, considering how much hype there was. But Caceres, in many areas, he is an insane centre-back. The only thing that's making him fall behind Tomiyasu is the sense that he's 3 inches shorter than him, and that is a big difference in this game. But guys, the jumping is insane. He would probably actually win a header over Tomiyasu simply because 99 jumping makes him feel so much taller in the air than he actually is. Similar to Tomiyasu, as I said before, guys, you need to put the Sentinel Chemistry Style on this card. Do not bother boosting the pace because he is already outstanding at catching up the players. Defensively, you need to boost it a little bit. If you were to put, let's say, an Anchor Chemistry Style on him, I feel like he would not be anywhere near as good defensively as he did feel with the Sentinel. So do, please, put the Sentinel Chemistry Style if you are going to pick this card. His on-the-ball ability, guys, makes him stand out of the crowd, again, from so many other centre-backs, in the sense that his short passing, long passing is amazing. His dribbling ability, guys, is absolutely insane. As I said, guys, it doesn't feel like I'm using a centre-back when I'm running on the ball with Caceres. Not that you would necessarily want to make runs with Caceres forward, but he's more than capable though, guys. He is more than capable of dribbling past players and gliding past players because he has got the pace, he has got the dribbling ability. His strength was actually decent, guys. I cannot lie. I'm not going to put the 81 strength as a con because with the Sentinel Chemistry Style, it is going to get boosted. The aggression, he does feel really aggressive. He feels like a pit bull in this game, and I guess kind of makes him feel a little bit stronger. Overall though, guys, as I said, it's just the size that's putting him down in the sense that he can't make those blocks. He can't get into the way of many shots, unlike Tomiyasu. It's only 3 inches, but trust me, in this game, it is a big difference. That's going to be the end of the player review though, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below if you want to see more player reviews like this, where I compared 2 separate players and I'll let you know which one I preferred and would recommend the most, guys. Either way, let me know other player reviews, other video suggestions you want to see in the comment section down below. Like the video, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you are new around here. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.